A while ago, I made a video in Arabic. I was like, yeah, smartwatches are going to change because Facebook is about to get into the game. And yeah, that's getting closer. Okay, this is Ahmed Bariki, but you can call me Slorks. And of course, it's Monday, which means we're going to be covering the tech news and try to analyze what we can of it. And Facebook, what are you doing? Facebook smartwatch in the works will have a detachable camera, claims the reports. This is not the actual watch. This is obviously Apple Watch and some sort of, a Wear OS watch. But Facebook is investing into a watch that has a detachable camera recording 1080p content and will work directly with Facebook applications, which include Facebook app, Messenger, Instagram, and WhatsApp, and will have independent LTE connectivity expected in 2022 for around $400 US. Kind of makes you wonder, are they losing that much money due to the update that iOS did with 14.5 and whatever Android is working on with Android 12 in terms of privacy and tracking? Or is this because they just want to enter hardware space and utilize their applications? I don't know. What do you think? Would you buy a Facebook watch and use it independently so you can snap photos with your Snap-on camera and post them on Instagram? Let me know down below. On the other hand, Samsung's date is tentative. August 11th is the proposed date right now, coming from John Prosser. Of course, he's a very respected leaker and has been accurate a lot before. And what we're expecting is the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3, Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3, and the Watch 4. Where's the Galaxy S21FE? Unfortunately, there was a report that came out literally today saying that the Galaxy S21FE might be scraped off completely due to the shortages of the SoCs. Thank you, COVID. So because of that, we're not going to be able to get an S21FE, one of the most anticipated devices this year, one of the phones that I was looking forward this year. You're not going to get those. Instead, the focus is going to be utilizing the foldable devices to allocate as much SoCs to them and just scrape off the S21FE. There's good news to this if you think about it. Post the event, if they do not announce an S21FE, at least you know for a fact that the Galaxy S21 Ultra, S21 Plus, and S21 Vanilla are your go-to devices if you're not interested into the foldable devices. And they are significantly less priced today as they were January when they were first announced. So at least you know that those are the top of the best phones that you're going to get from Samsung. And overall, if no S21FE comes out and no Note device comes out, do you agree with that? And John also was on a roll talking about the next iPad mini, which has not been updated since it was actually conceived. iPad mini has looked the same from day one, and now it's finally going to change. It looks like it's going to get the same design features that we got from the iPad Air. So all of the new iPads are going to look the same, thinner bezels. Away with the Lightning port is going to get a USB Type-C, same colors, and yeah, etc. So the new iPad mini is supposed to fill the shoes for the old iPad mini, which is like already 3 or 4 years old, which already looked like the first iPad that came out, which is a good thing. But at the same time, this makes me wonder, why should you get an iPad Pro in this time and day, especially after WWDC and the announcement of iPad OS 15? Obviously, you do not need an iPad Pro. Just get an iPad mini when it's announced, or an iPad Air, because they will be performing on par as the Pros because of the limitations that you get with the applications anyway. When will it make sense to actually upgrade to a Pro? When you get Pro level applications supported on iPad OS. For now, iPad Air is probably the best bet. And then we got Honor on the other end of the spectrum with their Honor 50, Honor 50 Pro, and Honor 50 SE around the corner to be announced. Global announcement for those phones. I can't wait. I really hope that we do see those phones coming out. Those are going to be the first phones to be announced after the separation from Huawei. So I am expecting to see Google mobile services to be present on those phones, coming out with Snapdragon 778G and Dimensity, depending on which variant. It looks a lot like the Huawei P50 Pro, but I am really excited for Honor to be back into this space. A lot of people have been asking me to talk about what's going on with Huawei, and the reason I didn't give Harmony OS that much attention is because there's no OS to talk about. It has been proven that the phone still runs Android. It's just a new name for Emotion UI. Harmony OS is the equivalent to SmartThings from Samsung. Watch the Tech Altar video. Tell him Slorks sent you. I did check. Not a lot of you have went. I've seen a couple of comments. Not enough. Imagine Samsung takes SmartThings and calls that a UI and say, oh, we're not using Android anymore. We're using SmartThings UI because of how it connects with everything smart from Samsung to enable you to have this intuitive experience of an ecosystem. That's what Harmony OS is. Harmony OS is the capability of Huawei phones interacting with Huawei devices and products seamlessly over the air, but utilizing the same software that they're built on that they've had before. So the new Mate tablet still runs Android. The phone that's going to come up, still going to run Android. The watch still runs whatever OS that they had before. So Harmony OS is the fact that you can get all those products to run smoothly together. It's not an actual operating system to be run on. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying they didn't solve their issue. Apps, right? Are they going to solve that? Well, according to this article that we're going to cover last, is that Huawei has signed up 4 million developers and already has 134,000 using HMS Core apps. This does not make sense to me, because if you have 4 million developers, people, 4 million developers, and each one made one app, why don't we have 4 million applications? Seriously, why? It doesn't make sense for me. I don't see it actually helping Huawei whatsoever, this Harmony OS ordeal. I just hope it gets resolved quickly. And lastly, another Chinese company, OnePlus, has no worries about what's going on with Huawei. We're talking about OnePlus Nord CE 5G. If they were in the market for a budget phone from OnePlus, this is your best bet right now. It looks modern. It has a 90Hz refresh rate display, which is a 6.4 inch, which means it's going to fit really nicely in the hand. It's the slimmest phone they've bought, with a 4,500 milliamp battery, and it goes up to 12 gigs of RAM with 750G, which means you're going to get 5G. It only has a triple setup camera with a 64 megapixel main sensor, and it looks amazing. It looks really, really nice. I really like this phone. I hope that OnePlus does launch this phone everywhere. I would get that phone, and I think it's a very, very good phone, especially that I'm still daily driving this OnePlus 9 Pro. Yeah, that phone is going to give you everything you probably need on a budget. OnePlus Nord CE. Horrible name, great device. And that's it for our news this week. Please debate with me. Do you agree with me about the whole Harmony thing? Because it makes me sad to see what's happening with Huawei and not anywhere being close to resolve the issue. But maybe you see something that I don't. Let me know. And I advise you again to watch that Tech Altar video. It explains how I feel. And the findings that he did are just brilliant. And this is it for this video. Please, if you're enjoying this type of content, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And as always, take it easy.